In this video, I'm going to be replacing this broken railing that was here when I first got the house, and also this broken step that is right here. So the first step's going to be taking off the railing, and then I've got a new one over here that I'm going to be putting on. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Alright, now that it's off, I gotta get the other one and measure it, see if it will fit. Alright, so I was just talking to Riley about the design. So I think I'm going to, so there's this thing here. I'm gonna make it go from here to here as one piece, and then cut it and have it go from here all the way down. Because if I did it like how they did it before, it's just like so far out from the wall. So I wanted to avoid that. And I think the two sections won't look too bad. So I'm gonna try and figure out how to do that right now. So now I'm gonna measure approximately where to cut it, and then I'll get more in depth later. So I'm gonna cut it there and then line it up against this wall. Cut. Alright, I just found out that this is broken, so I'm going to replace this before I do all the final measurements. There you go, that's pretty solid. Alright, so right now I'm going to be measuring from here to here, just so I know where I want this to line up, because I want it to all be in the same plane. Alright, now get it all lined up where they're going to switch. Riley, can you come help?
Yeah.
Hold it up here. Okay, slide down. More down. Okay, now closer to this. Yeah. Alright, that lines up pretty good. So now I'm going to hook it up at the bottom and then measure that and cut it better. Alright, that's pretty secure. Okay, so now that this ends here, I want it to line up to where I cut it, and to have it kind of like the same angle. So something like that. So I'm gonna mark it to where I need to cut it. Okay. I'm gonna go cut that with a handsaw and come back. Alright, I just cut it off at the bottom of the first piece, and it lines up pretty good. Seems to be on the same plane, and lines up to where this switch pretty well. So I'm going to sand it a little bit just so it looks better, but looking pretty good. And then I have to also cut the end down here because it goes way down to the floor. So I'll figure out where to cut there. But looks pretty good so far, a lot better than it did. Alright, so I'm gonna cut it off at the bottom. I'm gonna try and line it up. Actually, I don't know. Try and line it up with the bottom step. Doesn't have to be super precise, but just go this way and then I'll sand it. Oops. But yeah, I'll just sand the end of that. I cut the wall a little bit, but it's fine. And then it'll be pretty smooth. And eventually I'm gonna sand this whole thing and stain it, but I don't want to do that right now. Splinter proof now. Alright, now it's time to sand the bottom of this, and then I'm going to attach it to the wall. There you go, it should work perfect. Now I'm going to screw this in down here to the wall and hook up the other one. Alright, all done. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so that's what it looks like now. Now it's a lot sturdier than it was before. Lines up, same plane. Sturdy. With some minor wall damage that no one will ever notice but me. Now it's time for part 2 of this video, which is removing the step. And then I'm gonna get a new tread. Whole bunch of nails. There's also electric wire that is right in there. So this is what's under the tread I just removed. It's got this fan going to the bathroom that's covered in mold, and it doesn't even work. So I might just get rid of it and just remove the outlet that's downstairs. I can show you where that is. So I'm pretty sure it's this outlet. It doesn't even work. So I'm just gonna remove that and then patch the wall. Alright, I just disconnected all the electric and the fan from the bathroom. You can see all the way down there. And I'll be taking out this exhaust eventually. It's not even hooked up to the outside, but it's all like strapped into the joist, so I don't want to do that right now. So now I'm going to measure and cut a new tread. So all of the other treads are about 9.5 inches. So I'm going to cut this one for that size. And then I'm gonna grab the length right now. $31 3/4. Always dies at the worst time. Alright, gave this a little bit of time to charge, so I'm gonna try to finish it. So this is what it looks like when it's all done. So I got this one all hooked up, this one. Now I'm going to clean all of them and paint them. But I'm going to do that tomorrow or another day. Alright, right now I'm going to be filling in all of the holes from the screws and nails that are in the wood right now. So I'm just going to be going down tread by tread and filling them in before I paint. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Now I'm just going to wait for it to dry and then sand it down. Alright, I've got the stairs all ready for paint now. So I'm going to be using, there you go, some gray. That's kind of what I'm going for right there. So I'm going to open this up, stir it, and then just get painting. My plan is to paint all of the treads gray, and then I'm going to paint the risers white. So now I'm going to be painting the risers, and I'm going to be painting them white. Trying not to get any white on the already painted gray surfaces. Alright, I just finished up, painted white on all the risers. It looks like it's definitely going to need a second coat, but this is where I'm going to stop for the video. So here is the stairs. Got a new railing, got new painted stair tops. I fixed, this was the broken stair tread, so that's all sturdy now. I'll show you from the top. So here is what it looks like after. And here's what it looks like before.